What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 7th of April. It's Sunday morning. We're taking a look at Arcblock slash Tether daily chart, Gate.io, the price data here, ABT, USDT, the ticker symbol. Welcome to the channel. Guys, Arcblock, very nice couple days here. We're having a solid breakout from this cup with handle, heading up into some targets, some upper resistance level. Let's jump into it. So Arcblock currently is breaking out of a cup with handle pattern. If you do not know what a cup with handle pattern is, go check that out. We have a nice round, so we'll put in a high over here on the 23rd of February. We have a nice rounding bottom here on this chart. We have a high over to the right-hand side of this chart, of this pattern. We have a pullback, which will be a higher low, and then we get a rally to the upside with the entry point, the breakout being the high of the left-hand side of the handle. So that would be right here on the 28th of March, and that would be 208. So you have they call it a cup with handle because if you were to look at like a teacup, a coffee cup from the side view, kind of has this rounding bottom here. And then we have the cup, or the handle, excuse me, where you hold it. That's why it's called that. Old pattern, been around a long time in these markets. I guess it's been around forever in these markets, stock markets, all markets, for whatever reason, and getting a breakout. So we talked about this definitely yesterday and in probably all the recent videos here for Arcblock, that we were looking for the break above the high here, the 208 level on the 28th of March, which we got on the 3rd of April. That was a big day. Markets closed up here. The Arcblock market up 21% and trending higher. So the rules for like the can slim trading method, if you were to trade that method here on this chart, would be you got your entry here, your high at 208, if I'm correct. Then you have a 7 to 8% stop loss. So you would take your entry there at 208. Your stop would be 7 to 8% below that, which is going to put you roughly, let's call it 8%. Let's call it right there for ease of math. $1.92, $1.91 would be your stop loss. So you would have came close to being stopped out on your day here of the 4th of April. But you got to have stop losses. And, well, I should say before that, depends how you want to trade these markets. Are you in it for the long term? Are you in? Are you out? I'm not sure your scenario, but if you're buying breakouts or breakdowns, I think overall having stop losses is a smart thing. You never know what can happen. Protect your capital, but you got to have rules to get you in the market. You got to have rules to get you out of the market. And most importantly, in my opinion, you got to have rules to get you back in the market if things go back to what your original plan was, whether that's going short or long. Sometimes you'll get breakouts, then you get stopped out, then the market turns around and breaks out again, and then you miss it for whatever psychological reason. Anyways, guys, the point is we're breaking out here on Arcblock. We're moving we're moving higher. So Arcblock currently is up from the entry right around that 208 level. Markets are sitting up about 15 to 16% higher. Very nice move here. And it looks like we're 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 days into this breakout. Played a couple levels here. We played the 21 or the $2.11, excuse me, and then the 231 as a little bit of resistance. Obviously flipped into support. Today's candle, very, very quiet, finding some support at the 231 level. And then just above that, we have a level at 243 where there's a little bit of resistance. So as the markets move up into these levels, and there's a ton of them on my chart, you can see by all these horizontal colorful lines, expect some moves up into resistance, moves down into support, etc. We'll see what happens. Arcblock here has a target for this breakout, for this pattern. And this is just for this pattern, guys. Whatever you see within this or don't see within this, however you're thinking of higher prices, based on the cup with handle, the price target I have above the market puts you at $3.06. So that's right up in here. That's above my highs there at 289 in red, but it's also below the 1618 fib at 331. So just about there in the center or so, 306. In order for ARC to get up to 306, markets need to move another, basically another 26 or so percent from where they're at now, and they're already up from the breakout about 16%. So sitting up nice, does have some work to do to hit that target. Also keeping in mind, I have all these levels here. The market can find resistance at any one of these levels and roll over. But I gotta say, this breakout looks really good. And if Bitcoin starts to trend back higher, there's a good chance any kind of temporary resistance above the market at any of these levels, let's call it 271, for example, will probably be short-lived. And then that resistance level will turn into a support level. And actually the markets will just continue higher. Like I said, especially if Bitcoin is going to continue to break out. It looks good today. It's a day-by-day thing, though. Things can change quick. But, the selling doesn't look to be too extreme right now, which is a positive for the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. So once again, if you're interested in this pattern, do a search for the cup with handle stock market pattern. There's a bunch of rules that go into the can slim trading method, but the actual just this pattern is pretty basic with an entry, a stop loss, and then there's different ways to, depending on if you're trading the can slim method or just this chart pattern, how to calculate your targets or where to take your profits, which will vary. Like I said, if you're using those can slim rules, which is like a trend following market trading system. 306, guys, is my target. We have a little bit of resistance though, and so far we have an inside day. Inside day just means we didn't make a new high or a new low for the day. It's a quiet trading day, as you can see by today's candle. We are obviously inside yesterday's high and low. Today's high and low are much lower and much higher than yesterday's candle. And we're sitting just about, let's see here. We're sitting, I can tell you, for 239. So very, very quiet. And we have a decent amount to go to get up to that target. Hey, if markets hit that target for Arcblock and you're trading this pattern here, it's, somewhere to maybe lock in some of your profits, but that is not financial advice. Please make your own decisions there. And you could also use the fibs for areas to lock in profits. So you have the 1618 at 331. You have the 2618 at 561, way up there. And the fibs just keep going, guys. Talk about this in most of the Arcblock videos, that the fibs will just keep on going. So, you gotta figure out what works best for you. The 3618 up there at 951. And then my all-time targets right now, if this thing for some reason took off like a rocket higher, $8 to $10 is where I would be looking for this thing to really find some serious resistance. Something else I want to mention is keep in mind that we're just at, let's see, 239. We're sitting right at the high here of this larger consolidation, the left-hand side of the cup. So yeah, we did break out yesterday, but we basically closed right at it. So keep your eye on the 239 level. We really got to get above that. We want to see a strong close above the 239. It's important. You could see a little bit of resistance yesterday at that level with yesterday's candle. And then once again today, very, very quiet. So let's see if we can get a break above that and hold, most importantly. Getting a little pop here in ARC this morning, just right now actually, but still, we're flat for the day. We're only up 0.36. All right, guys, that's my thoughts on Arcblock. Let me know what you think. How high is it going? All right. I mean, $8 to $10 is a huge, huge move from here. I don't think it'll be a straight run up. If Bitcoin breaks out big time, we could start to see Arcblock getting up to the, the high twos pretty quickly within one candle. Maybe even hit that 306, but I don't see much more than that. At least in a one candle move. I mean, maybe you see the 1618 up there at 331, but that's a pretty large move for a single day. But hey, I wouldn't write it off because we've seen this thing move big. I mean, here's a day over here on the 22nd of February. It was up 60%. The day before that, it was up 30. So, hey, it can move a lot in just a single day. So, Arcblock 306 is the target for the cup with handle. But then once again, like I said, we got the fibs moving up from there, and we will have much higher price targets. But right now it's 8 to 10 US dollars for this Gate.io chart. Let's drop over to Bitcoin just real quick here. I want to welcome everybody to the channel. Appreciate all of the new and current subscribers, all the viewers. Hopefully everybody's doing good out there. So we still have we have a higher high here for Bitcoin, just above our 64,375 price level there in purple. Moving up here just above resistance at 68,748. A little bit of resistance there. The 4th, 5th, 6th of April got a close actually above that yesterday on the 6th. Obviously, we're above it today on the 7th. Next level to watch as resistance is 71,335. That's where all of these candles here, 26th, 7th, 8th, 25th of March, found resistance and put in a lower high. So we really want to break above this level here, which is 71,335. That'll give us a higher high, and that'll really start to get things moving to the upside. And then above that is 73,494. What we don't want to do for Bitcoin, at least for the bullish scenario, is we don't want to roll over here lower and start to put in what's going to look like to be lower lows. We have a little head and shoulders here, but the higher this thing goes here, the better to cancel out that pattern. But just want to keep things in check. If markets start to move lower, let's keep things in check, keep our expectations in line. That potentially there's a pretty big bearish move coming. The higher we rally here, and if we break out past the 71,335, that's really going to take away anything bearish, at least for the short term, and start to move all markets, if not most, up into the green, taking us closer to breaking out into some new highs here, which is above 73,494. And all of that will have a big play on Arcblock. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. It's important, guys. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. All links are down below. It does help support the channel. If you are not yet subscribed, do so. Turn the notifications on if you want to be notified when we upload these videos. Hit that thumbs up. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend.